going on? Welcome to Hello Impossible, where we say hello to the impossible every day. Therefore, we know that anything is possible. And it's been a minute, man, and that's what I wanted to get into. And we got two of some of the biggest in the media game, especially dealing with hip hop, urban culture, all of that. Like on this side, like they're two of the biggest. And big shout, nothing but love for them, for what they've been able to build in each of their own right. I've been fans of both of these guys for a very long time. We got Akademiks and Joe Budden. Akademiks, I don't call him DJ. He ain't no DJ, really. But, I mean, he did break a lot of artists within his own right in this whole new media space. And so we got them tuning in. So he went ahead and hopped on Off the Wall Akademiks platform that's been doing really great, and shout out to him. He just hopping into this podcast space, and for me, I just see him pretty much coming in and giving game on camera. So we love this, and that's what I be loving. That's the main thing I always love, try to get as many gems as I can, and it's a lot of them here. So the topic that I want to go into right now is why the Joe Budden podcast network didn't last. And so for all of y'all that don't know, we had the JBP, the Joe Budden podcast, which was the flagship, started a long time ago, way back when podcasting wasn't really even as much of a thing as it is now. And they forever get the props for that, for being pioneers in the game and trailblazers in so many ways. So shout out to him and Rory and Maul. I know they act like they try not to even talk about them on the platforms, but we know how academic feel about them, so they might as well just scrap and get let that be that and get their money together. But that's another separate topic. I thought this was very interesting because he's first off been in the game as a podcaster for a hella long time, independent, and with that deal with Spotify, when I think is just that is what brought a whole bunch of eyes to him, even to him in my eyes pretty much dissolving the initial podcast and starting something new. It's pretty much something new. It's similar, but it's not the same product. So he just been through a lot of ups and downs of podcasting and content creation and all of that, and I just like to hear it, even though it seemed like I was like, okay, he about to be all extra politically correct with this, but he actually was able to drop some gems. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got a couple of notes right here, but like I said, I've been with them since Everyday Struggle, though. Even with Everyday Struggle, I just love the chemistry that Akademiks and Joe Budden have, first and foremost. And he got IP, man. He got IP, and I like the fact of him being able to people like Nick Cannon, EYL, another great one. I'll probably do something on that one. Just talking about IP and how that can be an investment, how that can have value, and people that execute it and show you how to do it on multiple levels. So I really like that. But some of the gems that I got from this is that he was kind of getting at is, first off, if you have any experience within entertainment industry, creative, that whole space, that creating in the entertainment industry, it's not just about entertainment. It's not just about creating. It's not just about the art. How they always say, I just want to be artistic. I just want to be making about the art. Well, I'm sorry, if you want to be successful, it's not just going to be about the art. It's a lot of social shit involved. It's a lot of business involved. It's a lot of marketing, branding. It's a lot involved to it. Just like any business, it's not just about the product. You then gotta package the product. You then have to market the product. You have to figure out who is the target audience for that product before you even thinking about marketing and branding. Who are you trying to serve with this? And it's the same thing with artistry. Same thing with podcasting, creation, whatever, YouTube, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing, man. So anybody that's a creator or thinking about getting into this space, you probably already know that. But if you haven't come to terms with that yet, you really need to. like for real. Especially if you want to be in the mainstream industry, quote unquote. You want to deal with the majors, like he said, like academics talks about it. Like we have experience from dealing with Def Jam, from dealing with Spotify, from dealing with these different big name guys, and that's what you realize as you start. You turn out just being the act. You turn out just being the talent, and then when you go and get above the line, like they say in film, like you go above the line and realize, like, oh, okay, like you kind of become that in a sense. So it's a lot of social stuff involved. You know, a lot of mixers, a lot of, you know, even just being in the studio. Well, nowadays you can be at the studio at your crib, man. Like, so going out and having this, sometimes it's not something. It may be something that you have to find yourself forcing yourself to do, and you got to find that balance between not being a total recluse, but not like just being something that you are. So definitely something I want to convey. And it says another thing that is very pretty much important is it's a lot to it. It's just like I said already, it's just a lot to it to be an artist. And it's not just about the art. So, but that is the main, get your craft down first. Like if you get your craft down first, it'll be so much easier to understand all of the other. That's how I kind of look at it as I'm doing this. I kind of look at it kind of like an ecosystem or a solar system. You know, the craft is the sun, the core, and you have these other things around it that kind of revolve around the craft, which are, you know, they help create the ecosystem and create the full picture of what is going to be, you know, your success, your story, your career, whatever it is that you're pursuing. And some of these gems can, you know, they pertain to not just, you know, artistry and things of that nature as well, like any career really. All right. And I know he just seemed like he wanted to talk about, or he, you know, academics was asking him questions that you could tell it was kind of bringing up moments of where it seemed like it was some moments of friction, you'll say, within the network and building that whole thing, because to me it seemed like he was kind of speaking on dealing with people. If you want to manage anything, really, at the end of the day, a company is, or a network, whatever, is a collection of people and resources, you know, all geared and surrounded, focused on the same idea or vision. And so that means you have to know you're gonna be dealing with people. You're gonna be managing people, and that's gonna usually mean a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different opinions, and especially within this creative space, like I've even been at fault in it sometimes too. But that's why I say you kind of get on both sides. I've been on both sides. Like when you, sometimes you don't care about time. You don't. It's like if you were at a corporate job or something like that, if you showed up late, or if you didn't come today, or if you didn't do what you said you were going to do, that could be grounds for what, being get written up, fired, all this other stuff. And that is a lot of the times those people run from those environments and towards this environment, thinking that they don't have to bring that same level of professionalism. We all are guilty of it at some point, but no, in order to be successful, in order to get like the best quality product, to get the best, like, and you know, if you're really passionate and really caring about it like you should, like, you're gonna put that effort in. But sometimes you're not fully invested, or you're half in, half out, you're just starting, whatever the case may be. People, and that's just a part of it. You know, people gonna have different varying levels of interest. When you putting your money up, this is your vision, like, you're gonna care about it a little bit different. You're gonna put in the extra hours, you're gonna be on time, you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? When you're the person who has to be the igniter, the spark, like, all the time, that can be draining for one. And especially if you're trying to surround yourself with a team of people and you're paying and all of this stuff, but they aren't sharing that passion, they aren't sharing that vigor about it. And that's kind of what we seem like. You know, I'm a big fan of the original Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul. They sometimes will talk about it like, you want to be the the podcaster of the year and all of this shit. Like, this is something I just kind of fell into, and now that I think it's very funny because that's what they do now. But it's like it is different. It is a different energy and a different vibe. It seems less of that. At one point, we know Joe was like very set on being, to having the network and being the network guy and being and making that the thing. So just being the head, like like they say, when you become the boss, you take on a lot of these boss responsibilities and things of that nature. Like even dealing with making a lot of money, and now you start from or becoming an entrepreneur, and your employer took care of your taxes, and now you start having to figure out, taxes, I gotta pay taxes, or what, or you buy a home, property tax, or what, I gotta fix this. It's just a part of it, and some people realize that, what, I don't want to own a home. I'd rather just pay rent. I'd rather just own an apartment. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Or some people, I don't want to have 20 employees because it's too much. I got to deal with insurance. I got to deal with. I'll just keep my 2-3 employees and keep it. There's nothing wrong with that. And it just seems like that. And he was just talking about, that's the other thing. I'm about to get out of here. I'll try to make most of my videos under 15 minutes. But he's just the aspect of production. A lot of people don't realize all that entails. Like you said, we have the capability to find productions, but making content is hard on a consistent basis. Like, especially if you put yourself up to, we're doing it 2 or 3 times a week. Even doing that for one show is hard. Like, come on, even for this one channel, like one YouTube channel is hard to consist. It's especially like, and we try to add more moving parts. Like, it's a lot. So people underestimate how much it goes into a production, like coming from even the music video background. Sometimes we'll put 18 hours on a set, like, or we'll put days on a set, like for a few minutes of video footage. At the end of the day, or a few minute video, we'll have hours of footage, and so it's a lot to it at the end of this, and you got to think about that in the long term, bigger picture. Like, even me, like, I'm recording on phone now. Eventually we'll build our setup and everything like that, but I had to start somewhere. I've been, having and doing this, and even not putting it out, and just having these conversations with people that you could be helping someone. You could be making a positive impact. So don't necessarily wait for the full polish, but don't overextend yourself. I still have other shows and other ideas and concepts that I want to expand upon under the Hello Impossible umbrella. You guys even may know about, we got GFX on the other, dealing with the Forex, trading, finance, all of that, like, and that just building up in that, like, I've been doing it a lot, posting a lot on this channel because it's a lot. Like, as you continue to spread yourself out, like, you gotta build a base first. And the thing with creativity and businesses is the responsibility that comes with that. Like I say, like, when you become your own boss, nobody is there to tell you what to do with you. Nobody's there to tell you to do the right thing, or stay on task, or follow your schedule, or provide a good service other there but you, at the end of the day. And most of us come to creation, we come to entrepreneurship for freedom, and sometimes structure can lower that. Sometimes structure can hinder the best product, but also that can also help create a better product. It can help create better quality, and also create more efficiency. And you gotta find that balance between that, still having great quality, great efficiency, but not killing on the experience. Because at the end of the day, we're here to have fun. We want to enjoy making money. We want to enjoy creating, and we need that in order to create the best product also. But also, like he was saying, laziness doesn't work in this. Trying to get to the best and be the top, it's not going to work. Creating the best product, even just sustaining this channel. If I want to sustain this channel and continue to provide better videos and higher quality videos, and just get all that's in my heart and in my mind out, it's not going to work. Even just meditating, I'm getting on this thing, the Gateway Experience. I might have videos about that coming in. Just meditating for 30-40 minutes, an hour, that can be mentally taxing. You got to block out time for that. Like, it's a lot to it. Like, you got to stick with it. You got to be committed to that for that amount of time. And being lazy, half-assing it is not what's gonna get it done. Half-assing, like, the lifestyle, like, you gotta fully commit to this shit. Like, you know, I have to fully commit to this. Like, even making videos and getting on this, like, had to fully commit to becoming a trader, like, doing that, like, just, you know, fully commit to just being a good person and trying to do things the best, and learn the best, be the best, and vibrate at the highest frequency. So all that means, and it's work. It's a whole lot of work. It's YouTube, it's work, you know. Creating is work. Over time it'll get better. Like, I just remember when I first started, for instance, making beats, and it would take me hours to make one beat. Now, in 3 hours, I can make a handful. I can make untold number of beats, or I can make a few beats that are going to be amazing. I mean, it just all depends. But I'm just saying, the more you go, the better you'll get. So just keep sharpening that sword, and like I keep saying, don't stress yourself. Have fun. Remember why you started doing this. Remember the reason that you started doing that, and find that balance between that and being the most effective and being the most lucrative and being the best that you can. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Akademiks. They got a lot more gems. We got a lot more coming to discuss, man. I love them on camera. I want them to create some more product, another show. Like, come on, man. What y'all want? Like, if y'all got any thoughts on this or anything like that, go ahead and put it in the comments, bro. Y'all got any other videos? Y'all got any things that y'all want me to speak on? Also, do that. And I know we all over the place with it, but it's all about the message. Like, this is just me at the end of the day, and the thoughts that I got and bring to the table, the things that I think may benefited me, and maybe may benefit someone else. And so yeah, man, we got a lot more coming. Appreciate y'all as always, and thanks for just tuning in, chopping it up with me. And I look for real, I look forward to hearing from y'all. I love y'all comments. I love y'all DMing me. Love y'all interacting with me. So I appreciate that, man.